Hello guys, welcome back to the channel G-Motive. My name is Greg, and almost exactly 12 months ago I decided to start recording car reviews on this channel, mainly because I wanted to remember the cars I've owned. I'll try and buy special cars, something like this. And almost exactly a year ago I was stood right here with the first car I decided to review and upload to the YouTube, which was older brother of this car. At that time was the CL500 2003 model, W215. And today, I didn't plan it. About a month ago now, I bought this car, and then maybe a couple of weeks ago I realized that it's been almost exactly a year since I started this channel with almost exactly the same car. So I knew I had to be right in the same place and show you guys my latest purchase, which is the late 2013 the last generation of CL500. So this is the facelift model, with 4.7 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, petrol of course, and I'm gonna show you around everything I can about this car. Very special car for me, especially since I've owned the previous generation, which actually was such an amazing car that made me start my own YouTube channel and reviewing cars for you. So the car, this is my daily at the moment. I bought it from a local person to me. I didn't know the first owner, so it's only had one owner from new, an older gentleman who bought this car brand new in 2014 from Mercedes Beaconsfield, and he's pretty much the only owner of this car. When I saw the car initially, I'll put some pictures there. It looked a little bit sorry for itself. It was just parked away because unfortunately the gentleman has passed away, and this car has been given to his friend in a will. So the gentleman didn't need this car, and someone just told me that this could be for sale. So obviously I'm being in love with CL500s after having the previous generation one. I just went to have a look, and as it turns out, this is really genuine car. So it's at the moment about 78,000 miles on the clock, bought from new by that one owner, and he was going back every year to that same Mercedes dealer for its service, repairs, anything the car needed, even down to the wiper blades. Everything's done by Mercedes, all is documented, and I thought I had to have this car. So I've got it now. I've been using it for a while, using it every day. I've done about 750 miles so far, and I just want you to look at it. And so we look inside and out. We're gonna record the sound check because it's amazing, but we also will take it for a test drive. So I'll show you, my experience of how the car feels and drives. So yeah, thanks for looking again, and let's start. So this is the final generation of CL500. So as you know, the first car, when Mercedes kind of moved over from the SEC segment. The next kind of coupe luxury was the W140, running from 1992 to 1999, and then the second generation CL came on, which was the car I had previously. You can see it on my channel, and that was running from 1999 to 2006. And then you had this generation, W216, which then ran from that 2006 all the way up to 2014, and currently there is no more CL. It's S-Class Coupe, which is exactly what this car is, but then they started to name it as such. So this is the facelift model. So late 2013, so 2014 it was discontinued. So this is the final kind of product Mercedes made. So this was meant to be a rival to Bentley Continental GT. So on my car, it's got factory AMG pack on it, so slightly different bumper. Very windy today. So the front of the car is slightly more pointy, looking a little bit more aggressive than pre-facelift model. Also the headlights has changed. They gained this LED kind of strip at the bottom of the headlight, and also LED day driving light just here at the bottom, where previously you had the round fog light just there. So big badge at the front. That's the radar for cruise control. Nice different angles on the bonnet, as you can see. Very long car. So xenon headlights, going round. So as you remember, the previous generation CL was already a very long car, just shy of 5 meters long, and this car is even bigger. So for a two-door coupe, this car is over 5 meters long. So it's got amazing presence. Again, this pillarless design was carried over onto this model. So this car actually has AMG body kit from factory, but also the owner upgraded the wheels to 20-inch AMG wheels. So these would have been standard on CL 63 or 65 AMGs of that era. So it's a nice upgrade. I love the kind of brushed front and gloss black inner rim. AMG logo just there as well, engraved. Dunlop tires, that's the original specification from the factory. SP Sport Max. The rear 275/35 20s. That tire is about just over 200 pounds new if you need to replace one. Now front, slightly different specification, is 255/35 20, also Dunlops. Beautiful design wheels. I'm due some discs and pads soon, as you can see. And yeah, let's go around. So you got nice sunroof here. The wind protection makes the car look a little bit more aggressive when it's open. There is no tint that you had in the previous generation to the rear of the car, to the screen. There is slight tint at the front still. So on the facelift model here, at the back of the car, you gain this reverse light, which are now no longer integrated within the rear headlight, rear lights. They just moved closer together, which I think just added that nice, elegant look to it. And obviously you got your dual exhaust, letterbox style, and we're gonna hear it shortly. So beautiful looking car. I think the best looking Mercedes of all. So let's listen to the car before we move on to the interior. So the Mercedes stuck to the pillarless design, and I don't know if you remember, previous generation had kind of double swivel hinges here, so that's no longer here on W16. The one cool feature they added is, so the doors, wherever you open them, you can leave them wherever you want. There is electric motor, and you can just feel, so when you leave it here, the motor stops and holds it there. However, the doors are still very, very heavy, and if you park down the slope with a little bit of wind, I just feel like the motor isn't always strong enough to hold it. But you can pretty much leave it wherever you want. Optional extra on this car, so it's got soft close doors as well, which is standard, but it's got keyless entry, which works really amazing. You literally just stroke it and it works. The nice thing about it is also you can do easy access in terms of holding the button will close the sunroof and all the windows like this, and the same way you can have it open again. It doesn't take very long. Sunroof seems to be taking a little bit longer than the windows, but all works absolutely fine. Every time I buy a car which has sunroof, first thing I always do, I just want to try and lubricate it. When I went to do it on this car, I opened it up and I can see it's perfectly lubricated. So again, car was very well maintained by the previous owner, so that was really nice to see. So the door, everything nice and soft, leather everywhere. Wood, again, is wood. Even here is nice and soft. Another cool feature, has a little extra storage just there. All these buttons, amazing quality, no wear and tear whatsoever. Just beautiful, beautiful design. You still got your aluminium skirts here. So again, electrically operated seats just from there, 3 memories, and again you can still control just the base of the seat. You can see it coming forward now, going back, and also the headrest, you can adjust it from here, as so. Dashboard, again, leather throughout, all nice and soft. Only bit of hard plastic is just here. nice soft opening for the storage compartment. This is nice and soft. Nice cool features. You got another 12-volt socket just in there. I just plugged in my dash cam, and I think there's another USB port, but also there's another port just there. And I want to ask you guys, because I've got these leads from Mercedes, which are like adapters. So this bit here, that's a Bluetooth one. You got the iPod one, and you've got the auxiliary one. So in theory, I thought I could just plug it in there, and then at the other end to my phone and play music for the system. However, it doesn't recognize my phone, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or does anyone know the way on how to, you know, make your music play on that system, because the sound system is amazing. And as you know, I like my drum and bass, so it'd be very nice to be able to do that. Let me jump behind the steering wheel and I'll show you more. So the car is running at the moment. You got timeless, nice clear display at the front. So the middle bit is LCD display. So if you had an option of a night vision, which would be just down here, which this car doesn't have, then that screen would have changed its view to night vision, which is quite cool. A bit gimmicky, I know. It'd be nice to have it, but this car doesn't. And obviously you've got your rev counter, fuel gauge and temperature gauge. So you control this menu on that screen with these buttons, and as you can see in the facelift model, they've changed the buttons from being this rubbery sticky ones to now plastic, and these don't wear at all really, which is nice. You got nice paddle shifts just behind there. You got your cruise control, Disctronic. You set your distance here and speed, and the car will brake for you and accelerate. That's your indicator stick with wipers and your selector, gear selector just there. Beautiful steering wheel, very big, I must say, very big steering wheel, but lovely, again, lovely wooden steering wheel. When I was looking at these, I mean, I always wanted one with wooden steering wheel, because it just changes the interior completely, and the way it feels when you drive is just amazing. So you got full screen sat nav here. So this screen, everything on the screen is operated from here. You got this little swivel hiding just there. Let me just bring my camera back. Just there. So it's not very intuitive at the beginning. All you need to know is that you're actually operating here on let's say 3 layers of the screen. So you got the top layer here, you choose different functions there, then you got your middle bit here where you can adjust things as well, and then you go bottom, further choice. So all the menus have sub menus and so on. So it's okay, you don't really go into it much or very often. Got more buttons just there, so you can dim the lighting for the instrument cluster. We can also turn the screen round. You can have it either in the middle, or more to the right, or more to the left, as you wish. So another button, you've got your parking sensor switch. You can turn them off and on. ABC Sport, which I believe car normally goes into ABC Sport suspension mode at certain speeds, like motorway speeds, make it a little bit stiffer. And you can also raise the car up with that button there, and I will show you in a minute, because it's actually it looks quite funny. So let it go up, and then as I come out I'll show you the car. The center console was beautiful, nice wood, all aluminium, feels really nice and cold. You got the clock, and these buttons are lovely. So if you see the next generation S-Class, the almost exactly buttons remained on the newer model. So they feel lovely, and you can press them either up or down. It doesn't matter, they still work, unless they got function which specifically says up is this, down is this. But other than that, whether I press it from here or there, they still work. Just turn it off for now. So you've got your little hidden CD changer just there with SD card slot. Feels quality as well, it's really lovely to press. Another little storage there with 12-volt socket. If you press it, it will close for you. Now this one you press down again, it will nicely open for you. So if you had the option for cup holders, all it is, you pay extra for it, but all it is just a plastic insert that will hold 2 of your drinks. So I think I can probably get that on AliExpress or something. Haven't had a chance yet. And yeah, so you can lower the rear headrests from here. Further shortcuts to your operating system. You've got 3 modes here: Eco, Sport and Manual. Sorry, so that was your lumbar support adjustment, and this is where you lower your headrest to the back. This is the rear blind, and funny enough, I thought that was standard on all CS, they all had it, but this one doesn't. And when I looked through the spec sheet, in fact it was optional extra, which I don't have. Little on button, so it turns the screen on and off. You can have it off and on. Nice little swivel for your volume control, it's lovely. And this is the favorite button, which is quite nice to have, because the car, if you initially started, it's in eco mode, and eco mode by default has start stop system activated. So what I've done, I've just set the start stop function off under that button, so I don't have to go through different menus and sub menus to find it. Obviously you got your keypad. Again, a little bit gimmick, but looks quite cool. Many of them has broken off this lead, but mine has it, which is great. So sometimes when you choose to use the sat nav that's actually in the car, I've done it once, and you can actually insert the postcodes and everything else quite quickly through this. You can dial phone, calls, take calls and disconnect calls as well. And just 2-story kind of storage compartment with your little phone connector just under there. If you want to use your phone with a SIM card, you can. However, it's got the Bluetooth phone connectivity anyway, so I can use my phone as I wish. And another bigger compartment, which is air cooled. That's quite nice. And that's that. What else can I show you? Obviously, you've got sunroof. It's a standard. Really cool feature. Black roof lining, which is great. So just one touch close all the way, and you can have the tilt mode. If you just press it up, close it down. The reading lights, nice buttons just there. So the reading lights come from under the rear view mirror, just there on these 2 sides. Obviously interior light, which isn't LED yet in that era, and your sunglasses to be kept just there. If you open it once, I believe it goes halfway, and then you can press it again, it opens all the way. Alright, so I think it's worth looking under the bonnet. So I'm going to show you now. I'm just going to rev it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's just a beast of a car. Right, let's look at the engine. So the engine of the car, so this is now slightly different to previous generations. So the say second generation, the W215 would have naturally aspirated V8 5 litre, and that was about 302 brake horsepower. Then when this shape came on, pre-facelift model had slightly different engine, which was 5.5 litre V8, also naturally aspirated, and the horsepower has gone up to about 335 or 350, can't remember exactly. Now this facelift model, when it came in, and remember this was a direct rival to Bentley Continental GT. Bentley Continental GT V12 engine, twin turbocharged, so it's significantly faster than the previous CLs, unless you opted for the CL65 or 63 AMG, then obviously that's getting closer there. However, here now it's quite new engine at that time, so this is 4.7 V8, but it's twin turbocharged, and the power is now 435 brake horsepower with about between 700 and 800 newton meters of torque. I think it's closer to 800, and not to 60 now goes under 5 seconds, so Merc says 4.9 not to 60 time, which versus Bentley Continental GT it's about 0.2 of a second slower only. And remember, this is the base model of CL500, so this is a smaller engine you can have, and obviously you still got your CL63 and CL65, both AMGs, but yeah, it is a beast. It's an absolute weapon the way it drives. Just gonna show you. So when I came to view the car, I looked under the bonnet and I was like, wow. I mean, if you just look at this engine, it was just slightly dusty before. I wiped it maybe once a month ago, but when you look at the rocker covers, there's not even one drop, not even little sweat on both sides. There's not even a drop of oil, doesn't smell oily at all. You know, the shock mounts are nice, nothing's rusted. Yeah, it's just unbelievable condition, this car. As you can see, still Mercedes battery, everything's Mercedes on this car, no expense spared. So this is exactly how you want to buy one of these cars. So I was really lucky here, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here and I'll start it up for you, so you can hear it from this angle. Okay, so welcome to POV, part of the review, the test drive. I'm just going to record from my GoPro. Let's start the car up. So double glazed windows, sorry, so it's my camera. So you're nicely isolated inside. Let's put my seatbelt on, check if my camera's recording. Inner drive, and off we go. So what I'm going to try and do is to use the same route that I did with my CL500, so going into a little bit faster bit of the road, so even going over these bumps now. The car moves a bit, but you don't generally feel much. The steering is nice and light. Don't really hear much inside. So normally in this type of weather I would have my sunroof open, all the windows down, music playing and enjoying life. And this is what this car does. As soon as you get inside of this car, you just worry free. So when I had my Range Rover Sport, I tell you now, that car, as amazing as it is, because it is the way it drives, although I failed to record it fully, there's constant anxiety about different noises and things going wrong with it. with this car I don't. I've had so many different Mercedes by now that really, no, it gives me no anxiety. Of full faith in this car. It will start up whenever you want, it will take you wherever you want. Of course there will be some issues, but as with every car, it's all minimal. Sorry, let me just lower. So if I turn it off, can you hear just a little rumble from the back exhaust? This is the 7G Tronic gearbox now, so slightly better than the 5 gears in the previous CO500 that I had. So the car has got so much power and torque that it keeps the revs sometimes on cruising around the town like this now is at 900 RPM, and when I put my foot down it doesn't need to shift down. It's got enough torque to start pulling from any gear, pretty much whatever gear you're in. So we will go into the sport mode and anything else a little bit later, when we get to the faster bit of the road. So again, this car is equipped with ABC suspension, which is active body control. So when I first tried ABC suspension on my older Merc, I was amazed. So there was virtually no roll from the car. It wasn't diving nose in on braking or nose up on acceleration. It was just constantly flat going through the corners. And then doing a little bit of research about this car, so Mercedes claimed that they improved it further to give it a more stiffer ride in terms of, you know, less roll by 60%. So I was amazed. 60%, where, you know, in a previous car that was already the best feeling I ever had in a car, and they decided that they can make it better by 60%. But honestly, I don't know, I don't feel it that much better than on the previous CO. I mean, it's still amazing, but 60%, I don't know. It's okay. So I'm hit a little bit of a traffic here. Let me see you back the fastest bit of the road. So we're just getting close to the dual carriageway. Brakes really good. Miles an hour here. Before you know it, you're doing it. We just go to the left lane. So we go into sport mode now. So in normal eco mode, you don't feel gear changes at all. In the sport mode, it should allow me to rev the car a little bit higher before it wants to change the gear. So you got sign recognition, you got auto braking, emergency braking, so it senses the car in front of you, as it's showing now. The right lane holder, thank you. Never had this pedal fully to the floor. It's known to kind of drift a bit, even in a third gear. You can feel the back is going to the sides. passing just now. Unfortunately, we haven't got the clear bit of the road. Don't really want to undertake, but I don't think they're going anywhere. So hopefully on the way back we'll be able to push it a little bit more. But again, the power it gives you, I don't think I'll ever want more power in a car, especially since this is just a rear wheel drive. There is four-wheel drive versions, but I think they're quite rare. The more sort of American market spec cars. Again, gearbox, you need to service it. So this car is 78,000 miles on the clock. It had gearbox service twice already. It had probably 4 or 5 hydraulic fluid changes. Had minimum of 2 sets of spark plugs, all done by Mercedes. It's really kept, you know. So this is when you really enjoy your car. You get in it, everything works. There's a power, there's no shaking, no vibrations. Absolutely stunning. In terms of fuel consumption, I must say I was a little bit disappointed, and I wasn't disappointed with how much the car actually takes, how much fuel does it drink, but I was disappointed with how much. Hold on, there's an ambulance going. Because in previous Mercs, little bit older ones, when you look at the fuel consumption given by Mercedes, the car will be doing exactly that or better than what they wrote in the book. With this car, according to Mercedes, it should do 20 miles to the gallon in the city, which is no way that it's doing that, because I'm doing about 15. So I think my long time average in this car over just 700 miles is 16.4 miles to the gallon. I think on the clear motorway run you could probably do 25, but no more than that. Okay, we got the traffic light, which is amazing, so I'm gonna close my mouth and we'll try and shut off and get to some speed. Bye-bye. So I don't know if that's going to show on the camera, but going off that traffic light, there was a wheel spin on 2 of the gears, second and third. But just wow, I hope this video will kind of show how fast this car really is. So yeah, not much to say really. The only thing is that, you know, out of all the cars I've owned, every car, you know, it was special, it was different in different ways, and with this car now you come to the point that really, again, what better I can possibly have. There is nothing I can think of that could replace it. So the wise thing would be just keep it forever. With the way this car has been maintained, there shouldn't be any problems. I'll just service it as I should, and I should be very happy using it. But with the disease I've got, obviously I'll be on the lookout for something else very soon. So this car hasn't been advertised yet. I don't know when this video will come out, whether the car will be advertised by then, but you can always take a look eBay on Auto Trader if you'd be interested in buying it, because I think I'm gonna do a little video. I'm gonna show you the spec list of the car and all the options and how much they cost. I believe the guys bought it maybe as a demo, So I think I've got original purchase invoice. It was just over £82,000. But from what I've seen, they would normally start at 95 before any options are added on. So this car would be just about 100 grand. UK market when new. So if you think about it, then yeah, you owning and maintaining a £100,000 car, but you're only paying £15,000 for the car. So to me, it's still mega option. Buying it from new, I would never do it, because why would you buy it? Because Bentley was not that much more expensive than this. But buying it now at, you know, sort of after it heavily depreciated, I think you're doing all right. It's a mega value for money, and a very well maintained one should serve you really well. So I don't know how long this will take for me to sell. Not really keen on selling it just yet. So I had the service done just recently, well, 3 days ago, I believe. So the Mercedes done the full health check of the car. Everything's green. There's no leaks from gearbox, engine or diff underneath the car. You've seen the top of the engine. There's no leaks from there either. So the only advisory was the discs, front discs and pads, which we've checked, and they're about £300 all in, including ABS sensors from Mercedes. So probably will buy it from Mercedes, but I have my guy to fit it. It's not a very complicated job. But I think parts, Mercedes parts, if it's only £300, then that's not bad really. And it's a high performance vehicle, so you want good disc and pads. Thank you very much. On a car like this. Other than that, I think, well, ABC suspension, if it goes, then that's a heavy bill. It looks all good at the moment, so I'm not really worried about that. So the normal service, it takes 8.5 litre of oil, this engine, and doing service A at Mercedes will cost you £342, which I don't think is that extortionate, since I took my 3-cylinder 1.2 PureTech engine 408 GT to Peugeot for its first service, and it was just the same, just oil and oil filter, and that was £264. So I don't know how much oil that engine did take, probably a spoonful. So comparing to this one, 8.5 litre and done by Mercedes, £342 isn't bad at all. But yeah, so doing the brakes, and I'm good for another year, doing nothing, just enjoying the car, and I should do exactly that. However, I know I want, and there'll be another car coming. I don't know what yet, but I will make that video when it comes. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I struggle to keep them short and sweet. I don't know, I just can't. And even after finishing the recording, I say, oh, I should have mentioned this and that. There's always something, but just, you know, it is what it is. I do it for myself as a hobby, and if you are looking at buying one or you currently own one, I'm sure you'll be, whether it's 30-40 minute video, you're still going to watch it because you want to compare or learn something in terms of buying one yourself in the future, and that's all good. So if you think you know, you've learned something new about this or something interesting I showed you, then yeah, give me a like, subscribe if you can. It doesn't cost you anything. But yeah, even if you don't, that's fine. I do it, you know, to keep memories of these cars. I do it for me. But it's nice to have someone watching, I guess. And thank you all for all the nice comments that I've had so far on other videos. And yeah, if you have CL500 or you had one and you want to share anything, you know, just drop a comment, tell us anything, or maybe to correct me with anything that I said. That's absolutely fine, please do. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I see you guys in the next one.